Every single day, luxury sedans that cost $60,000, $70,000, or even $90,000 brand new are sitting on used lots completely ignored. Dealers are dropping prices. Private sellers are getting desperate. And the buyers who actually understand what they are looking at are quietly driving away in some of the most over-engineered vehicles ever built for a fraction of what they cost new. But here is what nobody is telling you. These cars are not sitting there because something went wrong. They are sitting there because of three things: fashion, fear, and fuel prices. The market chased crossovers like a herd of distracted sheep. Buyers developed an irrational terror around anything with a V8, acting like the engine might personally crawl out and steal their identity. And just like that, the used luxury sedan became invisible overnight, regardless of what was actually under the hood. For the buyer who can separate emotion from engineering, that combination creates the single greatest buying opportunity in the used car market right now. Today on Garage Detective, I'm going to show you 3 luxury sedans that are currently rotting on lots across America. Cars that will outlast a brand new BMW that is probably already planning its next electrical tantrum. Cars that will outfeature a brand new Mercedes and out-engineer practically anything you can buy used for under $15,000 today. I'm going to show you exactly why they are cheap, exactly what to look for, and exactly what to avoid. Before we dive into the metal, do me a huge favor. If you want to stop overpaying for boring plastic boxes, hit that subscribe button right now. Smash the like button so the algorithm knows you have actual taste in cars, and leave a comment below telling me which of these legends you would actually park in your driveway. Stay until the last car, because that one genuinely keeps me up at night. The engineering on that machine versus what it costs today is almost offensive. The gap between what it is and what the market thinks it is worth is the largest on this entire list. Let's get into it. Every single day, luxury sedans that cost $60,000, $70,000, or even $90,000 brand new are sitting on used lots completely ignored. Dealers are dropping prices. Private sellers are getting desperate. And the buyers who actually understand what they are looking at are quietly driving away in some of the most over-engineered vehicles ever built for a fraction of what they cost new. But here is what nobody is telling you. These cars are not sitting there because something went wrong. They are sitting there because of 3 things: fashion, fear, and fuel prices. The market chased crossovers like a herd of distracted sheep. Buyers developed an irrational terror around anything with a V8, acting like the engine might personally crawl out and steal their identity. And just like that, the used luxury sedan became invisible overnight, regardless of what was actually under the hood. For the buyer who can separate emotion from engineering, that combination creates the single greatest buying opportunity in the used car market right now. Today on Garage Detective, I'm going to show you 3 luxury sedans that are currently rotting on lots across America. Cars that will outlast a brand new BMW that is probably already planning its next electrical tantrum. Cars that will outfeature a brand new Mercedes and out-engineer practically anything you can buy used for under $15,000 today. I'm going to show you exactly why they are cheap, exactly what to look for, and exactly what to avoid. Before we dive into the metal, do me a huge favor. If you want to stop overpaying for boring plastic boxes, hit that subscribe button right now. Smash the like button so the algorithm knows you have actual taste in cars, and leave a comment below telling me which of these legends you would actually park in your driveway. Stay until the last car, because that one genuinely keeps me up at night. The engineering on that machine versus what it costs today is almost offensive. The gap between what it is and what the market thinks it is worth is the largest on this entire list. Let's get into it. The interior of the M Series is where the engineering argument becomes impossible to ignore. You get semi-aniline leather throughout and real wood trim with grain and depth. The Bose premium audio system sounds genuinely excellent. You have dual-zone automatic climate control, heated and ventilated front seats, and navigation. The instrument cluster has a precision and clarity that reminds your passengers every single time that they are in a car that cost $55,000 new. It feels like a high-end lounge, except this lounge can do a burnout in the parking lot of a Costco. Here is the maintenance reality check before you buy. The VQ and VK engines are both thoroughly proven architectures with no structural weak points if they have been maintained. The main items to verify are the timing chain tensioners on high mileage examples and the condition of the rear differential fluid on the M45. Also, these engines are known to consume a little bit of oil, so check the dipstick once a week unless you want your engine to sound like a skeleton in a clothes dryer. Parts availability is strong, the dealer network is everywhere, and the ownership cost is genuinely low. Any competent independent mechanic can service this car without specialized tools or specialist labor rates. The reason the M Series costs $6,000 today is the same reason it was always overlooked. Everyone knew the G35. Nobody remembered the M existed. That market amnesia is your opportunity. You are getting a rear-wheel drive V8 executive sedan with award-winning engine technology and Japanese reliability for the price of a used economy hatchback. Audi A8, D3 generation. But what I am about to show you next was built by a brand that holds a specific engineering distinction that almost no other manufacturer in the world can claim. A brand that wraps its flagships in aluminum, not steel, and produces a chassis that is lighter, stiffer, and more structurally precise than everything competing against it at this price. And today, it is available for a number that makes absolutely no sense given what it actually is. Pay close attention. There is a car on this list with a single engineering detail that separates it from every other vehicle at this price point in the entire used market. A detail that most buyers currently shopping in this segment have no idea exists. And that detail is the reason this car, properly maintained and properly documented, is one of the most rational used car purchases available anywhere right now. The Audi A8 D3 generation, from 2004 to 2010. A fully loaded A8 from this era left the dealership for between $75,000 and $95,000. Today, you find clean examples with complete service history between $5,000 and $9,000. Someone absorbed $80,000 in depreciation so you do not have to. That is like buying a private jet for the price of a used Honda Civic. And what they left behind is a full-size German luxury flagship with technology and engineering ambition that current production economics simply do not allow. The detail that changes everything is the ASF, or Audi space frame. This is a full aluminum monocoque chassis. Not just aluminum panels over a steel structure, but a complete aluminum body architecture that makes the A8 D3 approximately 40% lighter than a comparable steel body competitor from the same class and the same era. A lighter body means sharper handling dynamics than the size suggests. It means less stress on suspension and braking components over the vehicle's life, and a structural rigidity that still feels genuinely precise at any speed 2 decades after it left the factory. That is not just a feature, that is a manufacturing philosophy that Audi developed at enormous cost when the goal was to build the best large luxury sedan on the planet. Full stop. Under the hood, the 4.2-liter V8 FSI produces 335 horsepower with Quattro all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 happens in under 6 seconds. Most buyers of this car never explored that number because they were too occupied with the massage seats and the Bang & Olufsen audio. And if you find the W12 6.0-liter variant, that is 444 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and a hand-built 12-cylinder engine in an aluminum chassis for maybe $9,000. Let that register. That sentence should not be possible. It is like finding a Rolex in a cereal box. The interior of the A8 D3 is where that original $90,000 purchase price becomes tangible in every surface you touch. You get full leather with genuine depth and softness, real wood, and aluminum trim machined to a finish that makes modern luxury interiors look like they were made by a budget toy company. You have multi-contour seats with memory, heating, ventilation, and massage functions. The MMI infotainment interface was advanced when it launched and is still logical today. The cabin isolation at highway speeds places this car in a category that brand new $35,000 vehicles cannot even enter. Here is the maintenance reality check before you buy. This is where complete honesty is required because the A8 D3 demands it. This car rewards disciplined, attentive owners and punishes negligent ones without mercy and without warning. If you treat this car like a dumpster, it will treat your bank account like an ATM. The Quattro drivetrain requires all 4 tires to be replaced simultaneously. A full set runs $900 to $1,200 and is non-negotiable. The air suspension will eventually require attention. Budget $500 to $900 for a compressor replacement if needed. It is a known, well-documented repair. The service history must be complete and verifiable. Not mostly complete, not partially documented, complete. A pre-purchase inspection by an Audi specialist is non-negotiable. Budget $200 for that. Walk away from anything that cannot produce full documentation. Find the right example, and you have German flagship engineering with an aluminum space frame, a Quattro V8, and incredible audio for $7,000. The reason this car costs $7,000 today is entirely due to its reputation. A reputation built on neglected examples owned by people who spent their maintenance budget on magic beans instead of oil changes. On a documented car, the gap between reputation and reality is the largest opportunity on this list so far. Lexus LS430, 2001 to 2006. This is the vehicle that genuinely keeps me up at night. This is the absolute benchmark of what a luxury sedan could be. Not just a car, but a statement of engineering war. The Lexus LS430. A fully loaded LS430 left the dealership for between $55,000 and $66,000. In today's money, after inflation, that is basically the price of a small private island. Today, you find clean, documented single-owner examples between $8,000 and $14,000. And unlike almost everything else in this price range, the LS430 does something that most cars at twice this price cannot do. It actually runs. The LS430 is not a luxury car that happens to be reliable. It is a reliability engineering masterpiece that Toyota decided to also make luxurious. Toyota spent over $400 million developing this generation. They were not trying to build a good car, they were trying to build the best engineered production object in the history of the automotive industry. They tested this thing in the freezing Arctic and the Saharan heat for 2 million miles. To put that in perspective, the average German luxury car starts sweating if you take it through an automated car wash. Under the hood is the 3UZFE 4.3-liter V8. It produces 290 horsepower with a smoothness that makes a silk sheet look like sandpaper. This engine is so quiet at idle that you have to look at the tachometer to confirm it is running. I once knew a guy who tried to start his LS430 while it was already running because he could not hear it. It is so smooth at highway speeds that rear seat passengers fall asleep without trying. With basic maintenance, these engines run past 300,000 miles without drama. There are documented examples with over 400,000 miles still on original internals. That is not just a claim, that is a flex. The 5-speed automatic transmission shifts so smoothly you would swear it is being operated by ghosts. Maintenance: a fluid change every 40,000 miles. That is it. No lifetime fluid lies, no complex dual-clutch headaches. It just works. Now, let's talk about the engineering excess. Lexus built this car to prove a point, and that required tech that had no business being in a car in 2001. We are talking about active noise cancellation, using microphones and speakers to eliminate road noise in real time. It has a Mark Levinson premium audio system with 11 speakers. This is the same brand that builds home audio equipment costing $10,000 per component. It has a rear seat ottoman function with leg rest extension, a self-parking system, and even rear-wheel steering for maneuverability. You can buy all of this today for $10,000. That is like buying a literal gold bar for the price of a chocolate bar. The interior is where you understand why someone paid $65,000 for it. Semi-aniline leather that does not collapse and real wood trim sourced to a standard that makes modern, wood-look surfaces look like cardboard. The cabin is so quiet that first-time passengers consistently stop mid-sentence just to process the silence. That silence is the result of $400 million worth of engineering applied without compromise. Here is the maintenance reality check. The air suspension on higher specs will eventually need a new compressor. That runs between $400 and $800 at a specialist. Do not let that scare you. It is a well-documented repair with a huge aftermarket. Beyond that, it is just oil, filters, and brakes. The annual maintenance cost on a well-maintained LS430 is genuinely lower than most economy cars. Think about that. You are driving a Japanese private jet for the cost of maintaining a moped. The reason the LS430 costs $10,000 today is the same reason every car on this list is cheap. The market moved on to crossovers and SUVs that look like angry kitchen appliances. Their loss is your opportunity. You are getting the pinnacle of luxury for the price the market assigned after it stopped paying attention. 3 cars, 3 engineering statements, and 3 stories that are all exactly the same. They were built when their manufacturers were trying to prove a point to the entire world. They were built with resources, budgets, and an ambition that current production economics simply no longer allow anywhere in the automotive industry. And they are available today at prices that exist because the market forgot about them, not because the engineering failed. The Infiniti M37 and M45 are for the buyer who wants a rear-wheel drive executive performance sedan with awards 10 Best Engine, European-matched chassis dynamics, and Japanese long-term reliability for the price of a used economy car. The Audi A8 D3 is for the buyer who understands that aluminum space frame construction, Quattro V8 engineering, and Bang & Olufsen audio on a completely documented service history at $7,000 is not a risk. It is the most rational transaction in the used luxury market, and the gap between reputation and reality on the right example is the largest opportunity on this list. And finally, the Lexus LS430 is for the buyer who wants the absolute pinnacle of Japanese luxury engineering. A 400,000-mile V8 with active noise cancellation and Mark Levinson audio at the price the market assigned after it forgot to keep paying attention. Every one of these cars requires the same thing from you: complete documentation, a specialist inspection, and the discipline to walk away from any example that cannot provide both. If the seller tells you, it just needs a recharge, or, I lost the service records in a move, start running and do not look back. Find the right car, and you drive away in something that cost $80,000 new for $8,000. You will finally experience exactly why the people who originally bought them paid what they paid. If this video changed how you see the used luxury market, hit that like button right now. It costs you nothing and it tells YouTube to show this to every buyer who is tired of overpaying for something ordinary. Subscribe to Garage Detective. Every single week, we find the engineering stories that the market has forgotten and the prices that make them impossible to ignore. Leave a comment below and let me know. Would you take the Japanese reliability of the Lexus or the aluminum innovation of the Audi? The best car you will ever own might already be sitting on a lot somewhere near you, unloved, underpriced, and waiting for someone smart enough to recognize exactly what it is. Buy smart, not by trend. See you next time.